Does it say in your instructions?
Preparation for a sweet as the back of legs.
For back of the legs.
Reveal left leg, towel under ankle, apply oil.
There we are. Reveal the left leg, towel under the ankle, wash my hands, put the oil on. You'd probably be better at this.
Effleurage whole leg, then slide left hand up the outside of the leg, finger pointing up leg. When that hand gets to the knee, start right hand sliding up inside of leg, it's quite long.
Yeah.
When left hand gets to top, reverse to slide down, follow with the other hand, slide alternatively up and down, with left hand like double hand effleurage, slide up the leg with other hand. Whatever that means, I have no idea.
That means what we've done so far.
I'm glad you're going to show us.
I'm showing you two other ways to do effleurage. That's all it is. So we've done that. Yeah, that's the form of effleurage that we've done so far. Now another version has the hands going at different times. So one hand goes up the outside of the leg. When you get to the knee, the other hand starts going up the inside.
Asymmetric.
Yeah. And then they swap and change.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's another version of an effleurage.
That's what that said.
That's all that words is just saying.
You sound like me.
Take one hand up the outside, slide up. When it gets to about the knee, start the other hand going up the inside. When they get to the top, change direction. Yeah? So that's the second version. And the third version is to do, instead of what we did like that, is to do it as an over and under.
Okay. As soon as you need thumb, but without your thumb.
So they're just slight changes about F. From that, where you're going up both hands together. This time now I'm doing stroking, same thing, still quite light, and then slide down. Or you've got this idea of one hand chasing the other one up, and then coming back down. And just three variations on effleurage. And I'm showing you there, but you can do those anywhere else. So if you wanted, you could do the back as that version. You could try doing it, there's no rule that says you have to do this sort of effleurage everywhere. You can have that idea of effleurage. You can have the two hands at different speeds anywhere you like. Yeah, so up to the next bit.
Okay. Alternate stroking up leg, flat thumb pressure on major lymph nodes, ankle, popliteal, gluteal.
So, where do you think the lymph nodes are?
Your knee.
Behind the knee.
Okay, behind the knee,
And the groin.
behind the ankle. So all you do is put your thumb across, use your body weight, just put some pressure in there, hold it for about 5 seconds, and release. And then do the same thing, but with the bottom thumb on the knee, the top in the crease of the bum. Just lean into it.
Like when you're doing at the back. When you're doing
The end of the back.
The end of the back.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's after the stroking. You said alternate stroking up leg. That's
Yeah.
what you just.
Stroke first. Stroke it. If you're working on the lymph, you want to stay really light. Because if you press hard, then the lymph, you close the lymph vessels. Yeah. So we've done effleurage, we've done this light stroking, and then we're saying, okay, push the lymph nodes. That's going to push the lymph fluid out, and when I let go, it's all going to go back. So I'm emptying the lymph, and then it's like pushing a balloon. You push a balloon, the balloon will squash out, and then it will bounce back. So do the same sort of thing with the lymph nodes. You're squashing it, pushing the lymph
Climbing
out,
the sink.
and then it comes back. And once you've done that, you've mobilised it, you've moved it, it's more likely to go back up the body. And the next one, sir.
This is a bit of a strange one. Place foot on your shoulder, palm stroke calf times 5.
Again, if you want to, it's just put it somewhere there. If you're the right height, you can put it there. And all I'm doing is trying to use my palm to work on their calf. Yeah. And the next one.
Half effleurage lower leg. Finger, thumb kneed, lobster claw, lower leg.
Keep it up like this. The one thing about keeping it up like this is that you'll encourage the lymph to drain down. Lobster claw is much easier if you're fat. Yeah.
And half effleurage upper leg.
So you can use the other effleurage up there. Could do that version if you want. The up and down version. Or go back to our good old 2 hands. Yep.
Thumb pressure on meridian lines. Thumb in centre of crease below bum. And height of gastrocnemius. Thumb press popliteal centre and pinch ankle. What's that?
Gastrocnemius.
Yeah.
This muscle.
Right.
So these are 4 acupressure points. There's one there, so in the middle, just at the crease of the bum. So just where the curve meets the leg itself. So I'm just putting my thumb in there. Then another one on the gastrocnemius at the highest point on the centre.
Between the two bits.
Yeah. Yeah. So there we are. I'm holding those. Same thing again. Hold it for about 10 seconds. Not enormous pressure. And then come out. I'm looking for the centre. So you want to get an idea of where the... There we are. Now I can feel where the tendons are. And I want the centre of the tendons. So there. You see, that isn't where you think. You're not looking for the centre of there, you're looking for the centre between the tendons. So the best thing to do is get them to lift their leg. You can see that tendon, yeah? And the other one is on this side. So I want the centre on the fold between those 2 tendons. So that's that point. And then take the malleoli, come off the malleoli and pinch the other side of the Achilles tendon, yeah? So most of these are points that are good for the lower back. Again, bit of pressure, about 10 seconds, and release. And the next one.
Divide upper leg into 3. Stroke each 5 times. Finger, thumb, kneed, lobster claw, upper leg. It's a bit like you did on the back then, is it? Or you divide it 3 times naturally?
Most of this, so it's 1, 2, 3. And then we're just doing lobster claw. It's all pretty much the same moves that we've used before, just with 1 or 2 little bits added in or modified to go in there. So we'll do thumb work, you can do the old favourites. And the next one.
Lymph drainage with palms or back of hand, outside in, over thigh.
So again, when you get up to the danger area, when you start, you can go over with your fingers. But as you get up to, I don't want to go any higher than that, so I'm going to bring my fingers out. So I'm still aiming to get in there. Or one of the other ways to do it is to use the back of your hand instead of your fingers first, because then, you're not getting anywhere that you shouldn't.
Lymph, I've done that. Full leg effleurage 3 times. Thumb pressure in gluteal dip. This is the last one. Was that space in the bum like we had to the back?
Dimple in the bum.
But you pushed at the very beginning of the back.
Yeah. Again, it's another acupressure point. It's called jumping circle. It's supposed to be good for. You notice that Jerry Artu jumped when I pressed in it. There we are.
Repeat.